the Lieutenant Governor on Triad Today. Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Longworth, and welcome to another edition of Triad Today. Coming up later on, our famous roundtable. We'll have some hot topics, so stay tuned for the controversy. Between now and then, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, the Triad Commute Challenge, women and heart disease, and much more. But first, we turn our attention to three very special guests. We always like to have this gentleman next to me, Jay Pollard, Director, of course, right next to me, Lieutenant Governor Walter Dalton, the Honorable Walter Dalton of our state, and next to him is Steve Virgil, Director of the Community Law and Business Clinic, Wake Forest University School of Law, and the familiar face at the end of the panel, Keith Granberry. You see him every week on our roundtable. He's also President and CEO of the Winston-Salem Urban League. Gentlemen, welcome all.
Thank you for the invitation.
Governor, I'm going to start with you. Budget is on everybody's mind, especially educators talking about parents, teachers, everybody wondering how deep these cuts are going to be. We're going to talk about jobs and youth and everything as we go forward in this segment. So the question is, what do we do, if anything, to protect ourselves against these massive cuts that could affect especially things like teaching jobs?
Well, it's a great question, and certainly you do need to be concerned. The one thing in this process that we need to be careful about is we need to preserve our educational initiatives. We need to preserve our economic development initiatives as much as we can. We have the best community college system in the nation, I think the best university system in the nation, and a public system that is rapidly improving. So we do not need to damage that. What you have to do is look for efficiencies in government. We have to do more with less. We have a lot of baby boomers that are now retiring, so we have thousands of retirees coming up this year. We need to try to keep those positions open as long as we can, see if we can fill the void with other employees. You back off of capital purchases. Things that you do have to purchase, you might lease purchase those. You back off of repair and renovations. You look for every efficiency you can. You combine departments, which we have been doing.
Right.
And, you've got to get through the current time, but get through the current time never losing sight of the future. You do not want to damage your future. So it's a very challenging time, and we're beginning that process now in the General Assembly. The governor will submit her budget this week, and then the legislature will take a go at it.
Steve, you have this institute that you work with, the Institute for Public Engagement. I'm wondering, given what the governor's just said, and these are tight economic times, what is it that this institute, you and the institute, can do to meet pressing needs in the community, even though things are kind of rough out there?
Well, I think Wake Forest University is one of the anchor institutions for Winston-Salem, perhaps the region, perhaps the state. We offer tremendous resources in human capital, intellectual capital, the resources of great minds who have worked on issues for their entire careers. So I think one of the things that our institution can be, our university can be, and all of the fine universities that our state can be, we can be real sources of innovation and leadership in finding new ways to move forward towards solutions in our community, beginning where we live, where we are located physically in our towns, in our regions, and moving out into other ways, other geographic areas as it makes sense.
Well, Keith, you're on the front lines of this with the Urban League, obviously, but also you chair a jobs commission.
I do.
And I guess my dual question is, what is that all about, first? And second, what jobs are there to get people ready for?
Well, North Carolina is one of the leading places for people who are moving toward new employment. Corporations love North Carolina. And one of the things that we're trying to do is make sure that we prepare the people in North Carolina for the jobs that are coming. If jobs come, high-tech jobs come, and we're not prepared, then they're going to recruit outside the state.
Right.
We have enough universities and enough manpower with the community colleges that President Obama mentioned in his State of the Union, with what Lieutenant Governor Dalton is doing in terms of their job initiatives and looking at corporations and recruiting corporations to this state. And what me and Steve are doing in terms of partnering together to create the Quality of Life Institute in Winston-Salem that is looking at providing opportunities for people in Winston-Salem, job training, evaluation, and measuring those things, and then looking at that and see how we can be more effective in terms of providing the quality job training that people need in today's workforce.
Final thing, Governor, in this segment I want to cover with you, you already mentioned this in a way, but one particular budget item, the Economic Development Incentive Funds, if they're slashed, wouldn't that run counter to trying to create the jobs that Steve and Keith are talking about?
Absolutely. I don't think you can touch that. If we don't have that tool, we cannot compete with other states. And in fact, we would lose more jobs from outside our state. I've given the example, if you went to buy an SUV and you got a Ford, you got a GMC, and you got a Toyota, and you look at one and you say, what kind of finance package do you have? And one says that we got a $2,500 rebate. The other one says we've got 0% financing. And the other one says we don't have anything.
Right.
Then you're out of the game. Nobody likes the incentives, but the federal government, federal courts have said it's legal. You have to have that tool as you try to recruit businesses and recruit them within North Carolina and outside of North Carolina.
Lieutenant Governor Walter Dalton, Steve Virgil, Keith Granberry, they'll all be back next month, and we'll continue this conversation, so stay tuned for that. Also, here's the Urban League address, website up there, wsurban.org. Check out all that's going on with that fine organization. We'll be right back after this.